What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is just too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my best pal, Mr. Shaun. Be it Shaun, how is it going?
I'm good, Connor. We're two very calm boys this evening.
Shaun just got in from a shop and he's drenched.
I got caught in the rain. All of a sudden, I didn't prepare for it. So I'm wearing what can only be described as the brightest yellow t-shirt in the world because it's the first thing I found.
He jumped on the call and I was like, he looks like he's in Baywatch. What the
fuck? He looks like he's in like some kind of prison system that they want
like
to keep an eye on.
Your hair is all like slicked back.
Yeah, I got drowned it. And it's after quieting down, like that 5 minutes I was outside, just decided, no, fuck you in particular.
Well, to be fair, understandable.
That's true.
And this is weird news. What do we do here?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You're about to read them all out to me, a man too busy incurring the wrath of the weather gods to look at any weird news.
You're going to get pneumonia. If you sit here for another hour talking weird news drenched, you're going to get pneumonia.
I ran a towel over me. It'll be fine. No, what I'm going to do, Connor, I'm going to wet my head later on, sleep with the window open. It'll be grand. Don't you worry. Build up the tolerance.
The old wives' tale. Drown yourself, then go to bed.
It's worked flawlessly for all of my family.
But Shaun, now you will have a cold for our upcoming listener hangout.
Very good.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, the listener hangout that we're doing on the 19th, is it? The Saturday the 19th?
So the 19th of this month, so that is August the 19th, we are going to be having another one of our Patreon listener hangouts. That's basically when we just jump on a call, we send an exclusive link to all of the patrons who are very kind to support the show, and basically we just jump on a call for an hour and a half to 2 hours and we just talk shit. For a lot of stuff, we like rank dumb movies, or we just chat the breeze about just anything and everything about movies that are on this. It's basically just like people just pepper us with questions and we do our own thing.
Which is nice because without the structure of some kind of show, God, we can't carry a conversation to save our lives.
True. And so if you would like to be part of that, every single patron, no matter what the level, gets the invite. So $2, $5, $1, doesn't matter. You will get the invite to it. $1 million? Well, look, we're not asking for that. But look, it's even $2 a month will get you both a shout out on the show and you will get an invite to the hangout. It's a very fun time. Ask any of the people who've already been to one. We're not rude in any way. Well, Shaun is. He's obviously, himself. But normally it's
unapologetically myself, I'll have you know.
Cold and wet. But yeah, so that is happening on the 19th of this month. So if you would like to get an invite, just head on over to the Patreon, sign up now and you'll already get one. But Shaun, it's time for weird news. Because we've talked enough about all this stuff, and in a week where UFOs were confirmed, we are not talking about UFOs being confirmed.
Why would we? Just very quickly, that UFOs being confirmed story is hilarious because a lot of conspiracy theorists are happy, but then there's other conspiracy theorists being like, no, they're revealing this to cover up something else.
Because it's no fun if we win.
Yeah, because then what do? We just have to come to terms with that.
Because then they have to kind of come to terms with the fact that their whole life is meaningless and empty, and the whole thing is just maybe you fill the void that was left maybe by a lost love, with maybe conspiracy theories.
That's it. It's we're getting a bit introspective here. What's the story about, Connor? What are we doing here?
Do you know what's so funny is this was the week when I was like, I'm actively not going to talk about it, because they were like, oh yeah, there's aliens. Yeah. And I was like, cool.
That's what they want us to do, is to talk about it.
That's exactly what they want. Yeah. So instead, we're going to a zoo, Shaun, in China, because the real big news story of the week is the zoo that is currently denying allegations that their star attraction is a man in a bear costume.
I mean, look, I've seen this this footage, it looks like the most man in a bear costume thing you've ever seen. I don't know if that bear just looks like that, but fuck me, it's a weird looking bear.
So if anyone doesn't know what this story is about, so there's a zoo in China, it's had to issue a bizarre statement because basically a lot of people turned up to the zoo and someone recorded the bear that they have in the enclosure, and the bear, it looks more like a man in a bear suit than a man in a bear suit does in a bear suit.
Yeah, it's like, there's two animals that look like this bear. Look, it's apparently a sun bear, which just looked like that apparently. But also, anytime I see a gorilla, I'm convinced that's just a human in a gorilla suit.
And you haven't been proven wrong yet, because to be fair, you don't know.
You're not going to unzip a gorilla, are you? You wouldn't do that to the man.
They have that on the zoo site.
Please do not.
Don't unzip the gorillas.
You won't. It's not good for anyone to do that, lads.
So, if you have seen the clip, you know exactly what we're talking about. If you haven't, I would recommend going to find it now. One shot in particular shows the back of the bear and the skin folds at the bottom of its back. Just like, it's so human looking that it's like up on its hind legs, and it's just kind of...
It's like leaning back, like it almost has its hands in its pockets kind of a vibe.
Yeah, and what's even worse is that this week there was another clip after this one in which it started waving at people. And so then everyone went fucking insane because now this is our new... Now the aliens have been solved, Shaun, right? Everyone knows that. Who gives a fuck, right? This is the real one. This is the one that's the next big thing. Moon landing, bear in a zoo. Is it a real bear? They're obviously the same level of conspiracy theory.
Do you think the zoo has seen an uptick in visitors?
Yes.
From people wanting to determine if the bear is real or not?
Yes.
Can I put on the conspiracy hat for a second and say this is calculated, that they got the weirdest looking bear they could find in order to drum up fucking support for their zoo?
But is it support? But actually, look, I'm going to come in strong and say, if it is
indeed a man in a bear suit.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm going to come in strong here. If it is a man in a bear suit, I support the fact that zoos are releasing the actual animals and a man's getting a good wage dressing up as a fucking bear for a day.
Can we give this job to that fucking corgi lad from last week? Would he not be into this?
I don't know if bears are his thing. It's corgis only.
It's only corgis for some reason.
No, I think, look, if someone's getting a pay slip from this, fair fucks to you. Because
100%.
That's good stuff.
Zoos are like, I feel weird about zoos anytime I'm in one. I'm not in them very often. I don't know. I'm like, the wonder goes very quickly for me, do you know? Where I'm like, class an elephant in Ireland. Oh no. They shouldn't be there.
And then you're like, wait a minute, elephant shouldn't be in Ireland.
The elephant?
Where did we steal him from?
Where? The polar bear. He looks warm.
He looks kind of uncomfortable, really.
It's not great. I remember going to Dublin Zoo with like a school trip or something like that. And like a tiger, just staring down a tiger as a 6-year-old. Yeah. And even then I was like, this is weird that this is here, right?
You can see the sadness in their eyes. That's the thing that gets you. You're like...
The cage was cracked.
And you know what? If they got out and started attacking people, I'd be like, you know what? Fair fucks. It's like the documentary about the orcas. You're like, fucking kill those people.
Fucking good on you. Also, there was a lot of escapes from Dublin Zoo, like, over the last... Like, there was a monkey that escaped. There was a penguin that got out. I think he might have been kidnapped, but... How do you get it? How does a penguin outrun you is really the main question. I mean, penguins in Madagascar, my friend. They're crafty buggers.
But one of them isn't as strong as the four together. They lose power as they're apart.
That's true. It's like the Fantastic Four in many ways.
The bear is a species, as you say, called a sun bear, and they're renowned for their unusual appearance. So the zoo
you don't want to be renowned for that ever, by the way.
Yeah, well, same as myself. So they come out. So the zoo have had to come out and make an official statement saying that it is actually a real bear. So And the main thing is the high temperatures currently in China mean that it is 40 degrees Celsius. So it would make the costume unbearable for a human to wear. But then at the same time, what if it was air conditioned as a suit?
There's air, like, if you look in the world of mascots, like, they also have air conditioning in them. Some of them, the good ones, do.
I like a zoo that's just mascots.
Like, we lock up Tony the Tiger and just have him fucking kick around for a while.
And Gritty. You ever seen Gritty?
Is that the orange hockey thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get him involved. Grimace, he's doing marketing in a big way these days.
Grimace shouldn't be involved. We know the story of Grimace. We know his history. What's the Irish version of the McDonald's?
Uncle O'Grimacy.
And he's real racist.
Die hard rawhead, yeah. It's not great. Not a good look.
I'm pulling my shirt. Oh, this is tough crowd.
Oh, play me out, Tommy. Could it also be that the bear, as a sun bear goes, it is summertime and it's not currently hibernating, so it wouldn't be as big and bulky as a bear usually is. True. Also, have you ever seen a shaved bear?
Well, no.
It looks weird. I'm going to send you a picture of a shaved bear.
But I have a follow-up question. If you were going to get a man in a bear costume, you'd get him a real-looking bear costume. Why would you do the other way and make it like such a bad costume that it arouses suspicion?
But if I wanted to be Iron Man for Halloween, but I didn't have a lot of money, I'd end up with a shitty Iron Man costume. You know?
Yeah.
So I think that could be part of it, that maybe they didn't have the money to shell out for a Revenant style bear costume, you know.
You have sent me an image. Shaun Mead has said, "Oh dear Lord,
that's what a bear looks like when it's shaved. It's fucked.
Oh, it's a hippo.
It's not a hippo.
Why does it have an afro?"
They left him with a bit of hair around the head for some reason. It looks kind of kangaroo-like. It's but it looks like a demon. Like if you met that, you'd think you were going to die.
I'd like to see that bear on cocaine. Now that would be a real challenge.
He'd be really cold though. Like he's lost all of his insulation.
The only way we know if this bear is a real bear, give it cocaine, and if it reacts in the same way as that movie, then we'll know.
That movie is also a real event. So we know how a regular bear would react and a Hollywood bear. So somewhere in the middle,
we're kind of after doing our own little experiments then. We have like the studies already done, half of them. Just get a bit more cocaine, give it to the bear.
And this bear's clearly a performer already, so if anything, it's going to drum up more support for the zoo. Think of all the waves he can do.
Start doing backflips.
Yeah.
That's definitely a guy in a suit.
Oh, and the bear is doing a skydive. Okay.
But it's still a bear.
It's still a regular bear. Turns out it's a real bear.
The zoo are just fuming. They're like, you're arousing more suspicion by doing weird shit. Just do nothing and then you'll be grand.
Oh, the bear is in Mensa now.
He's playing the drums. What the fuck? They're about the same level, Mensa and the drums, aren't they?
I mean, they both require skills and brain power, Connor.
Have you ever tried to do the drums? Tough work.
It's tough. It is tough. I can't get my hands to move independent of each other.
Your legs and your arms moving independent. I'm not built like that. I'm built different, but in the worst way.
All my brain is connected. It's no left side, right side. It's top half, bottom half.
So, Shaun, speaking of animals, I wanted to touch on the bear, but I really wanted to touch on the biggest troublemaker we've ever had on this show. We're going all the way to New Zealand here for this next story.
Land of the free.
Is that the thing? Home of the brave.
Of course, that's the one. Sorry.
Yeah. So I think we're on the same wave. Yeah, cool. Shaun, a pig has caused massive traffic at Auckland's highway and then decided to evade capture, is still on the run and has not been caught. Questions: how do you not catch a pig? 2, how does a pig cause traffic jams for days?
Days of traffic jams is tough. How to catch a pig? Is the pig greased in any way? Because that could be quite difficult to catch.
No.
Right, so, just have to check.
Whack a Cotais, Auckland System Management, has been working with police and the Auckland Council Animal Control since the 24th of July to capture a pig that was hogging around on the highway.
Gee, like, just in the... What? But it's on a highway. Where's it going to go? Other than forward or back, like.
So the pig made an appearance to all the commuters, and they shut down the whole highway. Obviously, he was not budging. But then, once the fuzz showed up, nowhere to be found, lad. He was gone.
Fucking good on you, boy.
And then he made a reappearance this morning, or well, yesterday morning, I should say, near the Tattoo on-ramp on SH16, everyone's favourite on-ramp.
You're doing your best, Todd, and I appreciate
trying my best. I apologise for everyone I offended. One of our patrons, Waffles, you're from New Zealand, tell me if I'm doing badly.
Okay, I'm sorry, we don't need... I can tell you that you're doing badly.
No, let me hear it from him. I don't need your judgment. Two Auckland Council Animal Management officers. Jesus Christ.
Get better jobs.
Two Auckland Council Animal Management officers. So they're the
Do you need two of them?
Yeah,
could one person not handle this?
It's a two-man job.
Yeah.
They arrived on the scene at around 10:30 a.m. with the police already on site.
But like, it's one pig. Like how many? But like, how many police? Why do you need the people in the office who talk about animals to be there?
Well, what are the police going to do? Are they trained? I suppose the animal people are more trained.
They would have some level of animal husbandry. But like, surely just get a man with a big net to catch the pig.
So they said, and this, I think this, to be honest with you, was showing off at this point. The pig was sunbathing in a bush area next to the motorway, but as soon as the handlers arrived, it disappeared into the bush, not to be found. Traffic was temporarily blocked at the interchange in an attempt to catch the pig, but at no time was the animal on the motorway, said the spokesperson. Of course, that's what they want you to think. The spokesperson's like, yeah, he was never on the like, we weren't embarrassed by a pig. I'm just going to make that clear.
Yeah. No, yeah. The motorway was perfectly safe the entire time, and this will never happen, ever. Continue to drive to your jobs.
They interviewed one of the spokesperson, and they just said the pig is very smart.
Pigs are very smart, man. Pigs have, I think, the intelligence of 8-year-olds or something like that. Like,
do they?
They're very, very smart pigs.
Right.
Like,
but have you ever played hide and seek with a 4-year-old? They're fucking shit at it. Like, really terrible.
It's true. That is true. But don't you feel great about yourself? Because you've beaten them.
Oh,
you've bested
always.
them.
I once played an hour and a half game of hide and seek with one of my nieces. One of my fiance's nieces, and she hid in the same 4 places for the hour and a half, and we just went through a big circle of them. And at the end of it, confidence was high. I felt like I knew exactly where all the hiding places were.
Don't even bother. I won't even count this time.
It's fine. You're probably in the second one.
Just you're on the couch, just shouting locations at her.
So this pig is very smart, Shaun. Still on the loose. The chase continues. How do we catch a pig that I can only assume is the Usain Bolt of pigs? Very incredibly hard to catch. What do you do here?
Oh, you gotta lure. I mean, you lure the pig, I guess. What do pigs like to eat? Most things. Pigs will eat
everything.
If you leave
literally
them alone.
everything, and humans.
And humans. Apples. Do pigs like apples, or is that just a weird thing that we do?
It's the only thing they don't like is apples.
My God, this is why I don't work for the Board of Animals. The pig. What pigs like? Mud. So, yeah, we turn that big field into a big mud field, and then leave the pig. Actually, no, because then you're making just turf for the pig to evade you on.
You knock down the motorway. You make that a mud field.
Right. And
then in the centre of the mud field, we tie up somebody for the pig to eat. Maybe some sort of loved one that it knows from its previous times.
Could we not just... Is there anything to be said for letting the pig go?
No.
Why not? If it was never on the motorway, he's causing no harm.
I think we get an attack helicopter and we shoot wildly and randomly into the forest until eventually we hit it. But we might hit some kangaroos, unfortunately, maybe some wildlife. That doesn't matter.
I say we get a female pig, leave that loose, right?
Yeah.
They get together, start a family, settle
You
down.
double the problem.
5 to 10 years goes by, they have a couple of kids, right? You kidnap his wife and then give yourself up or she gets it. Kidnap the kids as well.
So your plan is to close the motorway down for 5 to 10 years while this search is on?
Yeah, you would build a supplemental motorway beside it.
What if he ruins that one too?
No, he won't. He won't.
He has a deal.
We've made it clear. You have this motorway for now. That's what we want him to think. And then we build a new motorway. And then all the local jobs of building a new motorway. That's all. That's all good for the economy.
So you're actually creating jobs and not causing hassle here.
Exactly. And I'm creating pigs as well.
But that's like quadrupling the problem that they have.
No, because then once you have them, you make a deal. It's like, come with me. And then into the little... Where's this pig come from? Is it a wild pig?
Where's he come from? Where's his family? Do they know he's gone? Somebody needs to know him.
Is this Jason Bourne the pig?
What's the story with this pig?
Look, if he came from the wilderness, he's allowed to go back there. Just a wild pig, leave him off.
There has to be nothing more embarrassing as a police officer that you got outsmarted by a fucking pig. Like, surely you'd think to yourself, well, Jesus, a criminal might be smart, but I mean, if I'm getting outsmarted by a pig in my work life day to day, I'm going home in a grumpy mood. I'm going home like, genuinely, I do not want to talk about today. It didn't go that great.
I would probably be delighted if a pig interacted with me in any way during my work day. I think that would be class, Connor. If anyone can arrange that, let me know.
Well, actually, there's a family coming. 5 to 10 years, you have?
Yeah.
We'll kidnap them and then send them to your house.
Excellent.
Great.
This is an absolute win as far as I'm concerned.
So I think probably the only option is either burn the forest down or burn the road down. Don't stop at anything until you capture this pig. It's a national threat. The security of everybody in New Zealand is under severe scrutiny at the minute, and I think maybe bomb some of the forest, probably.
So you want to destroy the forest and the pig?
Yes.
What? Why have you taken such a dislike to this hog?
I don't like people who evade the law, Shaun. You know that about me.
Yes, you do. You love that. That's your favourite thing.
But not this pig. People are trying to get to work, the 9 to 5s on that motorway, and he's ruined an awful lot of days. I'm a worker man for the man.
If you could, no, don't pull
I'm a
out your
corporate
union
boy.
card. No, he's doubling down. He doesn't believe in strikes. He's like Stephen Amell.
Oh no, Amell. Oh, he disappointed me this week. He really did.
Oh, it was bad. It was such a dumb fucking move.
I mean, and he's such a nice man, and I was like, Stephen.
That's true, but he's also retweeting a bunch of Jordan Peterson stuff. Yeah. He's been radicalised.
Oh, Stephen.
You have failed this city.
My favourite tweet about the whole thing was, if only he had a character that we could quote.
Yeah, to represent how we feel about this subject.
If you have no idea what we're talking about in the writer's strike and Stephen Amell, you're absolutely fine. Your life is better than us, is what I would say.
You are not chronically online like the rest of us.
Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of news, and I have perhaps the perfect deal for you. Do you like Subway?
Yeah.
Would you legally change your name to Subway?
No.
Well, Subway has promised to provide free sandwiches for life to someone willing to legally change their name to Subway.
So, but more than... Okay, I think I saw something about this, and it's a raffle. So you change your name, and then you're entered into a raffle to win the free sandwiches. Because obviously people are going to do this. Also, isn't this a plot point in Community? That one of the guys changes his name to Subway?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just glad that's
Subway's
on the cards.
always ahead, or not Subway. Community is always ahead of the curve. It knows.
It really does. But also, you know when people... I'm going to start that again. You know when brands say, oh, free blank for life?
Yeah.
What's the limit on that? Can I get 8 Subways a day?
Yeah, like, could you walk in and go, I'd like 63 sandwiches?
Yeah, because that's a way to put your local Subway shop out of business.
And that's probably a third-party affiliate. It's run by just a family who've leased that fucking oil.
Oh,
they're probably getting fucking
franchised
creamed.
They're getting nothing out of me. If I have free Subway for life.
They're getting rinsed by Subway at the current moment. But, like, I'm going to rinse them if you give me free sandwiches, and then nobody's winning except for Subway. Wait, no. They're also not winning.
Yeah, what's the benefit here? Like, it's marketing, yeah, but you're Subway. Like, I don't think you need to market yourself all that much.
Yeah. So, apparently, they will receive a lifetime supply of free sandwiches. To enter, hopeful name changes must be adults and must agree to legally change their first name in order to receive the free for life sandwich haul. On or around August 7th, a potential sweepstakes winner will be chosen at random. This person will then receive the cost of changing their name reimbursed, as well as a $50,000 Subway gift card.
That's not for life.
I'm just thinking that. So it's $50,000 is not for life.
So say it was, what's a Subway these days? $10? Like, am I going to go on to Just Eat now and start pricing up fucking Subway sandwiches?
I think you'll get one for $7.50 is my prediction.
Yeah, but do you want to... What are we talking here? Foot long? Are we talking 6 inch? What are we working
You know
here?
I don't know Subway sandwiches, Shaun.
I know, we've been through this, but weirdly, we've already had an in-depth discussion about Subway sandwiches on this show.
We've talked about everything.
There's no new media to be had. I don't want the ones in America. Fuck this. Okay, we're saying a tenner, alright? Because I'm getting a drink with it, why not? So if we divide 50,000 by 10, that's 5,000 sandwiches.
Yeah.
That gift card will get you. If you were to have one a day, you're going to whittle through that in 13.7 years. Maybe that's how long we're going to live. Maybe Subway knows something we don't.
This is how they're announcing global warming. Like, it's really subtle. You had to know it was there, but they're only offering the $50,000 because they're like, well, to be honest with you, lads, after 2036, you'll have no need for the fucking gift card, is what I would say to you. Now, just wink, wink, nudge, nudge, we know something.
So, if we were to be even more conservative, right, and say 5,000 sandwiches from that gift card, one a week, then you're getting 96 years out of it. That's fair enough. But, like, if I have free Subway for life, I'm eating nothing but Subway ever, lads.
Yeah, but, like, are you, though? Because you're going to be fucking sick of Subway.
I'm going to be... But on principle, I think I would get sandwiches and I'd give them to people.
Also, your heart would stop at a certain point with that much sugar in the bread.
It's very much sugar in the bread, that's true. I could get a bowl. I could get bowls, Connor. I could get a salad bowl.
I suppose they never actually specifically say that you... No, well, they do say sandwich. I don't know. A lifetime supply of free sandwiches. A bowl isn't a sandwich, technically.
That is true. But and also, as we've determined already, if you bring your own bowl and just get salad... By Subway logic, that should be free.
Yes. Technically, yes.
So, I don't know, man. I think that's a kick in the teeth, though, to change your fucking name and you just get 50 grand of a gift certificate that can only be used in Subway.
Can I make what I actually think happened? Is that last week, Subway made a few headlines after a lawsuit questioned the legitimacy of the chain's tuna and they were in a lawsuit last week. So they had to come out and be like, there was misinformation. It was actually tuna, but we were being told it wasn't, blah, 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 damaging the brand. So then this week, how do we get...
aliens exist.
How do we get the brand name up? Right?
That takes some of the wonder out of things, doesn't it?
I mean, that's probably the logical reason, but really, wouldn't it be cool if your name was Subway? Ha ha ha.
Yes. But imagine being that guy as well. You don't want to be the guy that changed his name for sandwiches, for Subway sandwiches.
Well, you also don't want to be the guy to have the conversation with their partner after you do it.
Yeah, that's true. Surely you would talk about it first, right?
I think it's funnier if you don't. I think it's one of those where you just spring it on them. Just like, look, nice. Also another thing, yeah, I got the milk. We have bread. My name is Subway. What else? Oil. Did we need some oil? Do you want to get some of that? What's going on?
Yeah. No, we didn't need any oil. What?
Oh, classic bit.
It's good. It's good. Solid. Look, what would you change your name for if you were to get a lifetime supply of it?
Sushi.
Pretty good. Sushi Lawler. Does sound like an Irish nickname.
Sushi Lawler actually could kind of work.
Yeah. Actually, that'd be pretty good. I would change
What's
mine.
Yours?
The Dyson Airwrap. Christmas, birthdays, sorted.
For fuck's sake.
No one said it had to be edible.
I was thinking too small. I genuinely was there. I'd like to be called $1 billion Lawler. That's what I'd like to be called.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. And what would that give you?
That would give me 3 nickels and a Dyson Hoover.
Right. What if I change it to like Aer Lingus Shaun? Actually, it'd be Ryanair Shaun, let's be honest.
Yeah, Ryanair Shaun, obviously. Yeah. I'd be Aer Lingus Lawler. Why would you be Ryanair Shaun? Shouldn't you be Ryanair Mean?
No, I changed my last name to Shaun.
And then you swapped them.
I swapped it around. On certain forms then, it's Shaun Ryanair.
Yeah. Shaun, I think I thought I could get you with that competition. But maybe I can actually get you with... You've always told me you hate your job, you hate corporations, and you're really unhappy with your life in terms of work-life balance. That's what you said.
Usually that's a bit, but that's actually everything. That's all true.
I would say that none of that happened, but I'm happy enough that you've confirmed it. But Shaun, what if I could offer you a job that maybe would be better suited to your likes and dislikes? Because
keep going.
Shaun, Barbie maker Mattel has come out, and they're looking to pay someone $18,000 a month.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
To play Uno.
Right. Why?
Following the smash hit success of the Barbie movie, the toy maker is gearing up to get another of its famous brands out there with its first ever chief Uno player. And then this article clearly needs a word count, because then it says Uno, which was created in the 1970s, went on to be crowned the world's best-selling card game, and has seen multiple editions over the years, including Uno Flip, Uno Extreme, and Uno Harry Potter.
The editions. Jesus Christ. Get Harry Potter in there at the end as well, why not?
The original edition, Shaun, is played in groups of 2 to 10 and involves players racing to get...
Conor, genuinely. This Shaun, is exhausting.
But Shaun, if you don't listen, then you won't get the job, right? It's not a good interview.
I'm not sure I want to be the chief Uno player for Mattel.
$18,000 a month, I'll play fucking Uno.
I get really frustrated with Uno, though. I always forget to say Uno.
Yeah, just keep playing. As part of its marketing strategy for Uno Quattro, this is, by the way, their new game. It's a twist on the family favourite. This is Uno Quattro, and it is a classic 4-in-a-row challenge with a twist.
Is the twist that it's Uno but also Connect 4?
Yes, the California-based firm is hiring its very first chief Uno player to help get the word out, offering the successful candidate $4,444 a week for 4 weeks.
Okay, so they're paying you. So wait. You get 18 grand a month, and then you have no job after.
Yeah, but it's 18 grand a month.
So they're just going to give you 18 grand and let you play Uno for a month.
Yes.
But then you have to go back to your regular life.
Yes.
And then you have to go back to your job that you left for 4 weeks, and they won't be happy with that because it was short notice.
Yes.
Right, okay. And you'll have to move to their offices to do this, presumably.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, of course you would. Yeah.
Well, I'll read you the ad. Maybe you'll be dragged in.
Okay.
Because do you have what it takes to be our chief Uno player? Chief Uno player is it?
Everyone does. It's a game for children.
Are you passionate about throwing down the draw 4 and playing the reverse card IRL?
I hate this very much.
Stitch this video, introduce yourself and answer these 4 questions. What's your best memory playing Uno, Shaun?
Every time I played Uno, I've been trashed. I do not remember it. I'm sorry.
What's your best reverse card moment?
I suppose I played it in a game at a crucial moment one time.
Why shouldn't we skip you as the chief Uno player?
Genuinely, I will actively work against the company if you hire me.
Why shouldn't we skip you as the chief? There's a lot of negatives.
That's just like, why should we hire you?
Yeah, but it's a fancier way of saying it because you skip an Uno.
Everyone who stitched this video, I guarantee they're the most desperate things you'll ever see on the internet.
What's your fave version of Uno? Fave is written, not favourite. I didn't just correct that. What's your fave version of Uno, Shaun?
The one where the deck explodes halfway through and you all get a merciful death.
I will be honest. You haven't done well in this interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes. Can you put a +4 on a +4?
Everyone just in the room starts talking to each other. He knows the deep secrets.
Just putting a silent alarm under the desk.
Do not come at me with the dark arts, boy. The job involves challenging players to play Uno, creating and starring in social media content for various Uno games, teaching others to play the card game, and hosting live streams. I think you're perfect for this.
Dude, no, though, because first of all, you've seen me try and get a TikTok out. It takes me a month and a half.
It does.
Second of all,
yeah.
Second of all,
still waiting on that Pirates of the Caribbean one.
Hey, look, that was the birthday ones. Reviewed are different. In June. Hey, the birthday ones are different, Connor.
Also, I forgot to insult you last week, but Shaun, what happened to Hero Zero? Wasn't last week's Hero Zero, the week before when it came out on the Sunday? What happened that week?
I forgot to upload it, and then I got on a bus to Dublin, and then could do nothing about it.
It was Saturday, and I went, Shaun, where's the episode? And you were like, oh, it's on my computer. I don't have it.
I messed up. I completely spaced. I just got on a bus and bounced. It was wild.
I've saved your blushes and I said it was technical difficulties. I was like, the episode will be out. But at the same time, I want everyone to know the episode was done. He just forgot to click publish.
It was a good one as well. It was really good.
It was done on Thursday. It was in the can.
It was done in advance. I don't know what. Look. Hire me to play Uno, please. Because I think I'm out of a job on this podcast.
I think you're going to need a new one. The chief Uno player is expected to work 4 days a week in New York City between September 13th and October 7th. But Mattel noted that the dates of the 4-week assignment are subject to change. According to the job listing, applicants must be comfortable with interviews and appearances. That's you, Shaun. Willing to offer exclusivity when it comes to brand partnerships. Nobody likes you, so you've got loads of partnerships freed up. And be physically able to sit for long periods of time and carry 50-pound loads. What?
That's oddly specific, that last one there.
Is that a Uno reference that I'm not getting?
Is that the standard weight of an Uno deck? Have they gotten? Do they make them?
You're able to sit for long periods, but what are you carrying 50-pound loads?
Yeah. No, easy. That's fine.
I have a weight packet on my back.
All my clothes are actually they have like Kevlar sewn into them, just to weigh me down
pretty
a bit.
Good. We're looking for someone who's just as passionate about throwing down a draw 4 as they are engaging strangers in a game. That sounds kind of weird.
This feels like it was written by ChatGPT as well.
I was just thinking that. Someone who knows how to play reverse and likes to get wild. No, wild is all caps and then in brackets in a nice-ish way.
Well, it's the most sanitized copy I've ever heard.
Are you ready to get wild? In a nice way. Not harming anyone. Way. A nice-ish way. They added an extra H and another H, so you have to go nice-ish.
I think it would be funnier if they leaned into the chaos of Uno and like they just got an absolute lunatic to make videos for them for a month.
Do you fucking hate your friends? Yeah. Do you like ruining their fucking day? Play some Uno with them.
If I had to pitch something right this second, okay? It's 4 old friends. They're clearly like meeting up. They're all professionals. They're all in their like mid-30s, I would say. They sit down and they get out a deck of Uno cards. And then one of them just fucks the entire deck at one of the friends' heads. And then that friend holds up a reverse card and does the same thing back to him. And this goes on, and they're all 4 doing it. And then it slowly fades to black and says Uno, and that's it.
Millions. We would sell millions. Hire him.
That's my pitch. I'm the bad boy of Uno.
And you're going to get like radical my dudes. Like it's going to be real cool.
Oh, it's going to be so cool. It's going to be the like 90s edgy bubblegum commercial cool.
It'll be like the ad from Pepsi, Where's My Jet? Did you see that documentary?
I started it. I didn't get the whole way through, but it was good what I watched.
The first 4 minutes. Pretty good.
Pretty alright.
Pretty alright. Strong 4.
Strong 4. Good title sequence.
Shaun, we're going to have to move on because I have a story that I want to send to you because I think it might annoy you and that I'll enjoy that, because I have one family pocketed $7.6 million by taking cans and bottles from Arizona and recycling them in California. Prosecutors say that's fraud.
Is it though? But they're recycling. They can do what they want.
In a felony complaint filed this month, state prosecutors charged 8 family members in Riverside County with defrauding the state by importing used bottles and cans from Arizona, some 178 tons in 8 months, and recycling them in California. The recycling operation earned the family $7.6 million. The investigators also found a stash of illegally imported beverage containers worth another $1 million.
Right. I mean, it's so they're recycling, but they also shipped tons and tons of material by truck, I can only imagine. So that's probably a net zero planet-wise.
So what's happened here is that in California, it has the California redemption value. So if they buy an aluminium foil or a plastic bottle, aluminium bottle or a plastic bottle in California, you pay an extra 5 to 10 cents on it.
Right.
But then if you bring it back to one of the state's 1,200 recycling centres, they give you the 10 cents back for every bottle that you bring back. So This family figured out a loophole in which if they bring thousands upon thousands of bottles back that they're looking for, then you're actually being like, well, we are recycling. Technically, we're saving the planet and we're bringing you lots of bottles. Is that not what you want? And we're going to make a shit ton of money out of it.
I think if they found a loophole, they shouldn't be punished for it. Like
the prosecutors are being done for defrauding the state.
How? But look, fair enough. They didn't buy the bottles. But if I found a bottle and brought it up in California, Like, where's the line? At what threshold does it become a crime, you know?
It's apparently up to 3 years in prison.
Lads.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's not good. It's not a good thing that they've done. But it's also like, look, in terms of people defrauding states, I'm sure there's bigger culprits.
Also, I like the idea of them being like, well, we are recycling. Is that, like, you asked me to recycle. I'm just the best recycler. I'm so good I'm bringing it in from other places.
Yeah, there's simply, I ran out of things to recycle here in California, you know? Because
you're kind of calling them out on their bullshit of like, well, like, you're trying to save the planet. I'm saving the planet more than anyone. You just have to give me $7.6 million.
Yeah, now look, all those trucks, they run on diesel and that's pumped into the atmosphere.
And technically I probably ordered a lot of them from Amazon with the money you've given me to get another million bottles in.
Yeah, what's the delivery schedule like for these bottles? Where's she getting them anyway?
So the idea would be that I suppose you'd have to order like 1 million empty bottles in bulk. And then,
so you think they're brand new bottles that she's just going and recycling?
I mean, there's no way you find $7.6 million worth of bottles just off the off chance.
Unless you have a friend who runs a recycling centre in Arizona. And
they give you all the bottles because they don't have the 10-cent thing in Arizona.
Yeah, so it'll cost them more to actually get rid of it. So if they just give it to you, split the profits.
Pretty good.
Couple of mil for everyone.
Shaun, I mean, that crime, I was like, those people are going to jail. I was like, at the same time, we talked about it a few weeks ago. If they put $1 million in my bank account, am I at fault if I buy a lollipop?
This is it. Yeah. Like, yeah. At what point does it become a crime? And at what point are we like, just leave him off, it's fine. Don't do it
pretty
again.
Good. You know what? Take it outside the box. I like that. And also, it's two things in one. You also recycle a bunch of stuff, so it's better because the world is on fire.
Maybe those kind of schemes to be unified across all of the states in America. Maybe that would solve this problem.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry. I blacked out for a second.
You're saying like maybe a worldwide effort of some sort, but maybe like not just in California, everywhere.
That's it. If it all came together from the local to the international level with a view towards recycling and saving the planet, perhaps that would be a way to stop these kinds of petty crimes.
Big talk from the man who I seen once on a plane. So to be fair, you're a bit of a dickhead as well. It's your fault too.
That is true. I am using electricity to have this Google Meet. That's true.
It's true. Shaun, we're moving on because we have another terrible idea that science has come up with. A worm has been revived after 46,000 years in the Siberian permafrost.
My God. To what end?
So, scientists have revived a worm that was frozen 46,000 years ago, at a time when woolly mammoths, saber-toothed tigers and giant elks still roamed the earths. The roundworm of a previously unknown species survived 40 metres, or 131 feet, below the surface in the Siberian permafrost, in a dormant state, completely frozen. And then it was sent to the Institute of Molecular Cell Biology and Genetics in Dresden, and one of the scientists got involved in the research, and they've figured out a way that they can restart the worm, revive the worm from a frozen state.
So he's like frozen, but it's not damaged. Like he just. It can't be as simple as just warming him up, though, right? There must be other steps to it.
Yeah, they remain in a state between death and life. So they're saying that these animals that were frozen, or organisms, they remain in a state between death and life, in which their metabolic rates decrease to an undetectable level. One can halt life and then start it from the beginning. This is a major find, he says.
I want to say it right now. Destroy all of this research immediately. Nothing good will come of this.
It's just going to be rich people doing it to themselves.
Honestly. Like, it's just you and me, we won't see the benefits of this, only the horrors that it wrought.
One can halt life, yeah. This is a major finding, adding that other organisms previously revived from this state had survived for decades rather than millennia. 5 years ago, scientists from the Institute of Physiochemical and Biological Problems in Soil Science in Russia found 2 roundworm species in the permafrost. They revived 2 of the worms at the Institute by simply rehydrating them with water before taking around 100 worms to labs in Germany for further analysis.
Wow. So they just literally warmed them back up.
Yeah.
But like, that won't be the same for a human, right? Because there's like, your brain can't. I don't know enough about this to be holding any fucking conversation.
The movie I'm thinking of is Demolition Man.
I'm thinking of Demolition Man as well.
Everyone's thinking of Demolition Man. That is the one movie that I'm like, if they can do it to Stallone, they can do it to anyone.
Like, I don't think they should, though. I think that, like, I know I come down.
A real cool detective, a real good cop, but we want to keep him for the future.
What celebrity do you want to freeze so that the future can have him?
See, the future, it has to be a celebrity you hate, because.
But then I don't want that. I don't want them sticking around. Is the thing?
Yeah,
you know,
true.
Like, I just.
Who would we be happy sending into the future to be like, this is us?
As like a representative, I don't know if that. Like, but to what end? Who cares what the future thinks about us?
Gosling. Like, we send Gosling.
Yes, Gosling will be pretty good. I would miss him, but Jay-Z would be a good representative.
I seen Barbie over the weekend, and honestly, that man deserves an Oscar. I think he's my favourite actor.
I think genuinely he has got such a good track record.
I'm just like, comedically, that man is just on a different level of just sarcasm and just dry humour.
5-second spoiler for Barbie, by the way, but the bit at the end where he just says sublime, like, kills me every time.
He gave up on the patriarchy once he realised it wasn't about horses. And I'm like, this and The Nice Guys, I'm like, Gosling needs to do more comedies. He's fucking amazing at them.
He's got great comic timing. Yeah, he's great in interviews as well. He's just like, he asks everyone, so Ken's job is beach. What does that mean? And
also the interview, if anyone hasn't seen it, with Alison Hammond with Harrison Ford, where they're all just drinking whiskey and talking shit.
Talking about Blade Runner. It's like, I never saw the first one.
Oh man, I'm just I think it's, and what's the other one? Crazy Stupid Love. No,
Crazy Stupid. Is it Crazy Stupid Love or Love and Other Drugs? I get them confused.
Oh, I don't know which one it is.
I think it's Crazy Stupid. And then Love and Other Drugs is Gyllenhaal.
I like Gyllenhaal as well. He's a madman. He's got more of a crazy vibe about him.
He's a little bit unhinged.
He's unhinged, but like in a fun way.
Yeah, but I feel the two of them are good friends.
I think they'd be good friends. Yeah. We're just having a chat.
We're just having a chat now. Sorry. Look, I don't think we should. I don't think we should have access to this. I think it's too much. We can't be trusted. We've proved this.
Well, Shaun, we're going to finish off this week in New Zealand. We're not going to Florida, because we're going to New Zealand, where woman baffled as mystery 6-foot pole is cemented into her driveway with no explanation.
That's an outstanding bit, because what are you going to do about it?
So, the mysteries of city planning are sometimes impossible to penetrate, even for those who actually do the planning. Ha 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 ha. However, for one woman from New Zealand, things seem to have just gotten downright bizarre. So, Sophie Hooker from the North Island returned from her job teaching on Tuesday, like any other day, to see that a 6-foot pole had been placed in her driveway. So,
in the middle of the driveway?
It's just, it's on the tarmac in front of the driveway, or the cement.
Is it blocking the driveway to her house?
No, okay. She can drive up, but it just looks like a really small pole. It's only 6 feet tall as well, but it's like thick, but it's just standing there with nothing attached to it.
Just menacingly.
Initially, Sophie thought it was something that her neighbours had ordered and went to move it over to their house. that was when she discovered that instead of being loose, the pole had been concreted into the ground of her actual driveway.
What do you do about that? Like, how do you presumably you do that, you go back inside, you think for a bit, and you're like, maybe I should call like the local council and see.
She said at first she thought it was a pole for maybe a basketball hoop or something. So when she got in from work, she was like, oh, they probably just ordered it from Amazon. The other box is over there. So they went to pick it up, and then she just said, I saw it was cemented in. And I went, oh shit.
Like, what if, are you familiar with Festivus, Connor?
No.
Festivus, it's a thing from, I think, Seinfeld. But instead of Christmas, you have Festivus. And you just gather around an unadorned aluminium pole and air grievances to each other.
Oh, that's good.
So what if that's someone...
But it was outside, which is tough for a grievance.
That is true. Sorry, I just got a text saying from eFlow that I was recorded using the motorway without paying the appropriate charges. I don't fucking drive, so I don't think that text is meant for me. You will not be getting my 640 scam bot.
Sign in. Quick, sign in. Give me your details.
They will send people to your house.
I got that text as well. And I actually wasn't even on the motorway today, but I sent them the money because I was worried. I was like, I might be going. Just in case.
I might be going later.
So I was like, just in case, preemptively, I'll send them €400. They asked for 300. I thought it was very reasonable. I said, no, I'll give you 4. Here's my bank details.
Lads, hold my hand up. I caused you some trouble. 400 now for yourself.
I don't have time to take the money out myself. Here's my bank card. Here's my details. Here's me sign it. Do it yourself and give it back to me at the end. That's what I said to them.
Yeah, mother's maiden name. Here you go. It's
name of first pet. Oh, they were very inquisitive about my life. It was actually really nice. It was a really nice conversation that I had with them.
Lovely guy. I loaned him my passport as well, actually, just because he was so sound.
I've had Domino's text me every 3 days for about a month and a half, and it's getting on my fucking tit shot. I'll be honest with you. I got one pizza there, right? Like at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Now you're hooked.
I was like, I ordered online, right? And I had to put in the phone details. And I must have not ticked sign me out for any fucking emails, because I was half looking at it. Because every fucking 3 days I get, we missed you. Oh, come back. Oh, we've got another deal. And Shaun, every time it vibrates, I'm like, someone's looking for me.
Oh, a friend.
A friend. And then fucking Domino's comes up.
It's bad. I get the same but mine is every week and this has honestly been for about 2.5 years, is Papa John's will text me and say that they have a deal on for midweek on a fucking Tuesday or something.
I'm going to read you the last 5 emails or 5 messages. So, hang on, I have the 8th of June, we miss you at Domino's. At the 16th
Strong
of June,
opener.
It's all going on at Domino's. These are all followed by like, send this code for details. So on the 8th, then the 16th, then the 19th, you heard it here first at Domino's. Then the 22nd, PSA at Domino's new. And then Saturday, on the 22nd, then the 24th, last chance. Capital letters. Last chance.
You won't get this again, buddy.
The 27th. Where have you been?
Wow. That is... You're going to get
just needy.
You'll get one tonight and it'll just be like, you up?
You up? You ordering? No, I'm not.
I'm not in the mood.
Leave me be. I regret that one pizza decision I made.
It wasn't even the best pizza.
No. Shaun, I think that's it for this week's Weird News.
I think so. Do you want me to take us out, Connor?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We'll be back on Friday with Hero or Zero. Next Monday, I believe we'll have a movie Mondays coming out, as it is a new month.
I think we will, yes.
Grand. We probably should have talked about that off mic, but we got it sorted. So a movie Monday is next Monday, and the next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesday. Shout outs to all the wonderful patrons. Patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Róisín the wife Palmer, Joe Burney, Ryan Komatsu, Dozer, Enthusiast, Evanson, secretly Ed Sheeran, don't tell anyone, David Clarke, Shaun Chuck in the wash and it'll be grand, Jamieson, Dominic, Anna Irish Walrus forever, Hjelmroos, Danny McLaughlin, Lordsmish, Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, Frost, Ed Ball, Conor and Lorraine have struck again when Shaun least expects it. Russ, despite Shaun's excellent carpet glue suggestions, the obvious answer is to clear up the issue was a million otters-Parfitt. Jackson Brueheim, Liz had a few too many on St. Paddy's Day and tipsily subscribed to the Patreon, Ciara Lawler and Abs Kebabs. Thank you all for the support over on Patreon. Head on over if you want to get the invite to the hangout. They're always a fun time. We play little games and fucking do tier lists and all that kind of fun stuff. There are other ways though to support the show. There is the merch store, heroesforhire.ie/shop. Twitter's @heroesforhirepod. The 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast. And the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Shaun Meehan.
So we should see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.